welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, I'm going to do something different. All the time I use products which I have idea about, which I have heard few reviews or something like that. But this time I'm going to do something unpredictable. Like, I don't know how these brushes will work out, but I'm going to review the cheapest available brushes in India right now, and these brushes are available on Amazon and they are so damn cheap. Like, that's what got my attention. Like, if they are cheap and they had really good reviews on Amazon website, so I was really curious because so many people had so many receipts and they had so many photographs, they had so many good reviews about these brushes. And if you are new to my channel, definitely subscribe to this channel if you like such weird product reviews or makeup reviews or skincare or whatever. I work with your feedbacks, messages and comments. I try out so many products on this platform. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up. I would highly appreciate if you guys could, give me suggestions like what kind of products you want me to, bring on this platform. I got so many messages and comments from my last video that you guys liked it. So if you have not checked it out, definitely go and check out the PC peel off mask review right here. And I'm so glad you guys stopped by. So without wasting more time, let's start. I'm going to start with the foundation and I'm going to use the Joy Essential High Coverage Foundation. This is my all-time favorite stuff. So let's try it out. I know already this works really well for my skin. So let's see how it's gonna work with this brush. Now, because anything changes, I would be able to catch it because I know this foundation is amazing. I know this foundation works well for me. So that much is more than enough because this is very high coverage and I'm going for a full glam look. So let's start by dotting it on my face. I have the mirror in my hand and I'm going to use it. So as you can see, this is perfect for my skin tone, and as you have seen already in so many videos, I use this a lot. This is one of my favorite foundation because it gives me really good coverage, like really high coverage, and at the same time does not look cakey because I have oily T-zone and it works really well. And so I want to be very fair to these brush sets. It's not that they are cheap so they have to be bad. Sometimes cheaper means good. Like, you cannot judge anything by its price. Sometimes cheaper products work really well. So let's see now which brush should I go for. I see there are for base there are 5 brushes. So there are 5 brushes for base. Let me try out something that looks like kabuki. This is something like powder. This is for contouring. Let me try out this brush which looks like a kabuki brush to me. So let me see how it works out. Firstly, they look so pretty. As you can see, they're like kabuki brush. Let me open it up a little bit. Okay. So this is how the brush looks like. Let me start blending the foundation, guys. This is a sort of kabuki brush I've got in my hand, and I always use foundation with a brush and then use a blender. Like, that's what my preference is all the time. Firstly, the size is really good because with that you make sure that you're gonna hold it really well. You have really good control of the product. Okay guys, so I have blended the foundation with this brush and it's really well. Like, so far I like it. I'm not going to use concealer because already I have a high coverage foundation on. So I'm going to use the RCMA powder on my face. This is one of my favorite. Always love it. The powder, I'm going to use this brush. This one is amazing. Like, looks good and picked up a lot of product. So I'm going to use the powder. A lot of powder because I have a lot of foundation on to set it. especially under the eyes. I don't want the foundation to break there. Little bit around my nose. This one seems a little harder than the foundation brush. The foundation brush was good, so I'm not liking it much. It's kind of stiff, but I will try to work with it. Okay. Powder, I did not like this brush much because it's quite hard. I don't know even it's for powder or not, but it seemed like it's for powder because of the shape, but I'm not a fan of this brush, so skipping it right now. I'm done with the powder. So now I'm going to use blush, and I'm trying a new one. This is the Sugar uh, blush, and this is in the shade called Peach Peak, and this is how it looks. So it's a stunning color. As you can see, it's a stunning shade. Let me try it out. So for this I am gonna need a new brush. So let's see which one I could go for. I have many base brushes, so I'll try to use those. So I don't know if this will be good for blush or not, but I'm anyhow going to try it. It picked a lot of products, so let me use. Seems good. Soft. The powder brush was not so good, and I don't even know whether I had used it rightly or not, but doesn't seem favorite. This one is quite well. I like this brush for that. Now I'm going to use little bit, not much, of bronzer. I am not going to contour because I don't always contour a lot, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to repack this one. So if you guys follow me, you know this Wet n Wild bronzer set and the powder is my favorite. Let me use a brush for this, and we have so many brushes still in this package. There are so many brushes, and that's what is interesting. I'm going to use the uh, product. This is a powder contour. A little bit down there. So contour or bronzer, whatever you said, work well. The contour brush or the bronzer brush worked well. Still not the best, but quite better than the powder one. The powder brush was the worst one. It was quite hard. So I have many eye brushes with me. I think I would barely need 3 of them, but let me try it out. This seems really good. Like the kind of shape they have given is really useful. Like all kind of eye brushes you would see. Okay, something happened, guys. You see this brush? That's what happens most of the time. That's why I don't go for cheaper brushes, but now they broke, which is really sad, but do they perform well? I'm still gonna try this brush, particularly this one, because it broke. So can I use it without the handle? I'm gonna try. Definitely I'm going to try this brush. Now remaining are well, so let me try out those as well for you guys. There are 2 brushes which seems good. So these are the 2 brushes I'm going to try. They are very lightweight, so that's one of the things. I know it already because these are cheaper brushes. You cannot expect them to be really heavy or something like that. So let's see how the eye makeup turned out to be. I forgot the highlighter, guys, so let me use the highlighter first, and then we will move on to other stuff. Firstly, I'm going to highlight my nose, which is really important for me to have a highlighted nose. Okay, so highlighter I've used with hand. Now I don't have any kind of highlighter brush in this set, so I'm going to use the fan brush which I already have. For eye look, guys, I'm going to use the Tokyo eyeshadow palette. This is one of my favorite from Root Cosmetics. I'm going to pick up a brush somewhat It's kind of shredding, but that's okay. Like one or two hairs I see. Let me start by using this brush. I'm going to pick the nude shade and I'm going to apply it. Now I don't have that fluffy kind of brush in this set, which I wish was there. This set would have been complete. So I'm going to pick. Now there is a kind of shredding which I could see. That's okay. It's okay. I don't mind it. It's already 250 rupees brush set. Like what all I could expect. So that brush is not exactly what I was looking for. Now I'm going to use a little bit of which shade should I go for? And you guys see this. Let me show you this palette. This is the palette I'm working with. This is the most stunning palette I've ever tried in my life. And Root Cosmetic definitely have a lot of good options, like a lot. So let me try out this shade, my favorite one, the mauvey shade. Now I know the eyeshadow palette how it works, so I can judge it from how this brush performs very easily with this palette. I don't want to change anything in the makeup product which I've used in this. Those all product I've tried for so many times, so I have a good idea how the product works. It's not picking up a lot of product, like it's picking but it's not showing up on the eyes. Like if I've used if I would have used a PAC brush instead of that, it could have picked a lot of product and it could have shown on my eyes, but we are not complaining much. But it is true, PAC brushes would be better. Now I don't think I'm going to do a lot with my eyes, but let's see which one should I go for. This one. Okay, so the glitter shade, it has picked really well, as you can see. And the brushes are quite stiff because if I work in this direction it's coming back, but in this it's not like very particular. And this is the broken one, guys, the one I was talking about. So in terms of how it works, it's okayish, but the handle is still broken. I'm working with a broken brush. Not much with the eyes, as I've said already. I'm going to keep it so that's all I'm going to do with the eyes, guys. This is a broken brush which is sad, but can't help it. It worked okayish when it comes to blending the product. So that's one of the reason I never go for cheaper brushes, because they break so bad and I feel so bad when a brush breaks. Who feels bad when a brush breaks? But I do. So this is how my eye look turned out to be, guys. What do you think? I still think not the best eyeshadow brush set, but okay if you want to learn very initially how to work with eyeshadows. Remaining is lipstick, eyelashes and eyebrows. So let me complete my makeup, guys, and let me come back and give you a final update, like what I actually think of these brushes. Okay guys, so I have completed my makeup and this is how it turned out to be. Now let me go step by step and tell you which brush I liked and which one I don't. Now let me start with the foundation brush. So this is the foundation brush which I have started with. This is not the worst and this is not the best, but definitely a good foundation brush. I have used the Jouer foundation with it, which is kind of liquid but very creamy and heavy foundation. It's a weird consistency, not every brush worked well with it, but this one definitely stood up and worked well when I started buffing in instead of dragging the foundation away. When I try to build on the foundation, it worked really well for it. Now coming to the second one, which was the powder brush, this is not my favorite. The bristles are quite hard, like they don't feel good on skin, so I didn't like it very much. You can work with it, it can apply the powder, but it's not the best I've tried. The third one I've used is the contour or the bronzing brush, which was quite okay. The bristles are softer and they are good. I don't know how come in the same range they have different kind of bristles which feel different. They look same but they feel different. This is kind of lightly packed and felt quite softer than this one. This is quite sharp on my skin. I didn't like it much. So this one, the bronzer one, is good. Then I have the blush brush, which again worked well. It's slightly packed, and as you can see, there are kind of bristles coming out. The shredding is going on, but it did the work. It worked out for me. The blush was easy to apply. There was no issue while applying it, so that's okay. So these are the base brushes which I've tried. Then the eyeshadow brushes which I've tried. So out of 5, I tried only these 3. And there are kind of some shredding going on, but I cannot blame because these are, and you see, the brush is no longer here, it fell down. So that's what happens when you get cheaper brushes, but you cannot complain, it's so damn cheap. So I'm not going to complain, I'm going to pick it in a bit. So I won't say these are the best eyeshadow brushes, but these are okay if you just want to pick up something, some brush. You are not very particular, choosy about you want something. So these are not the best. I would say even the base ones are better than these brushes. The base makeup brushes are better, but the eyeshadow ones are not so good. And I still have 3 brushes which I could not use because that was a simple look, and I was done with 7 brushes. 3 are still there which I have not used, but they look kind of similar. So I think that in case you guys are not very invested in makeup brushes, you don't want to have the best makeup brushes in the world in your vanity, you just want something just for random days, and you want something just for the fun of it, you are very in initial stages, but you are not intentionally looking for the best brushes, these could be one, because these are just for 250 rupees, even cheaper than that. On the bag I could see it is priced as 600, but it costed 250 on Amazon. Maybe some discount going on, maybe they actually price it, so I don't know anything behind this brand. This is generic brand. I never heard about it except the brushes which I saw. So I think it's an okay range to go for if you are in college or something, you would just want to learn how to apply things, then that's a good tester set you can use. Tester, yeah, that's the word. Tester brush set you can use. You can keep it in your vanities in free days or free time. You can try it out and see how it works. Some brushes are good, some are not the best, so that's kind of mix. So I have like okay 50-50 kind of review on this one. I think it's okay but not the best, and that's all. But I am so happy and glad that I picked something which is out of my choices, out of my usual way of buying things. Like I know which brand will work in what manner, so I always go for such brands. But this time I took the chance and I bought something out of box, and that's what I liked. So if you also liked it, definitely give this a thumbs up, and if you like this kind of video and you want to stay connected, definitely subscribe to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up, guys. And if you want anything else I could try for or go for, definitely suggest in the comment box. I always look out for your comments, I always read them out, I always think about them and plan accordingly. You guys take care. I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.